regarding public safety, there's been, of course, more than a dozen homicides, many serious shootings and violence occurring. What is your overall public safety plan for Springfield?
So there's one, like I mentioned earlier, that I've been looking into, and it's called Cure Violence, and you guys can look it up, but it's a public health approach to gun violence, because, you know, most of the homicides are because of gun violence. And I think that as a city, we need to be looking at models that's working, because this model has been around in cities in Detroit and in Brooklyn, and it's just, I think about 7 different cities have no violence for over a year. And so we need to look at models that's working and try to implement them. But it takes a community, and it's going to take our local officials to be involved, because it is going to cost money, so it's going to take our businesses as well.
Follow up to that, do you support having the current police commissioner system or a civilian police commission, and why or why not?
So the civilian review board, is that what you're talking about? Police review board? I read about it, and I heard good and bad about it, so I don't know if that's the correct model. As far as Barbieri is concerned, I support him because I'm the co-chair of the Mason Square C3 initiative, and I think that he's visible, he's in the community, and I think he is trying other methods to make the community safe. I think maybe it could be like a combination of the both. So the civilians will get their input and make sure it's a fair process, working alongside with the police commissioner. I don't know if that could work. I don't know, have it even been tried, but we can try something like that, because I do think he is trying to do a good job. Everything that happens with the police is not his fault. There's good and bad in everything. It's going to be some good officers, some bad officers, but that's in every industry. And so I don't think that's his fault. And he did bring in the C3 initiative, and I think that's working really well, especially in the Mason Square area that I'm in the North End, so to reduce crime. So I just think it could be like a quasi-civilian review board and commissioner oversight.